So like Curtis and Peters is a big deal on
Yes.
Thanksgiving Eve.
100%. Yeah. The island is watching.
Yeah.
That game.
And it was like, this is like 7 years ago.
So that's when you started 7 years ago.
Yeah, like 7 years ago. Basically, like we had this show that had like a niche audience, and I thought like, let me try and put a game together. But nobody's gonna allow like me to broadcast a game. I'm not a syndicated network. I was like, so I called my dad. My dad was a savvy businessman. Like, shout out to the Commodore down there in Florida.
Commodore,
You know,
yeah.
my brothers are savvy businessmen. They don't want to admit it, but the apple don't fall far from the tree. They must have learned something there, you know. And I was like, Dad, I want to get like a big game, but like it's a joke. Like I'm not real. This is nobody cares. How do I sneak into like Thanksgiving Eve and broadcast Curtis and Peters? And he was like, "Oh, that's easy. You just got to."
That sounds like the Commodore I know.
Right?
Yeah.
Like he just had a plan, right? He's like, "Oh, that's easy." He's like, "You just got to call the president of the College of Staten Island and tell him that you're broadcasting a game." I was like, "And then what?" He was like, "And then you show up and you broadcast a game." And I was
That's it.
like,
So simple.
I was like, "That's like oddly archaic." And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "It'll work because they won't know how to call your bluff. They won't have anybody to call."
Make it sound good.
I was like, all right.
Right.
So I just called him up. He said, "Listen, I got to do a walkthrough. I'm broadcasting the game. I need to get in there 8 hours before. We're going to have to hook up to the internet and set up courtside. Who do I speak to like that maintains the site?"
Really?
Yeah. The president was like, "Yeah, you're going to want to talk to," and I was like,
Oh, really? It went like this. It worked.
"What?" The Commodore was right.
Commodore was right.
So I just like played it cool. It's like when you go and you're like, "I demand to speak to the CEO," and they're like, "He's actually free right now." And it's like, "Oh,
Here he
shit."
is. Yeah.
So then I showed up and like security didn't even want to let me in. They didn't even know who I was. Rightfully so. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
broadcasting the game. So that's like, we just did that one time. And then afterwards I was like, all right, well, this guy that I'm working with doesn't know shit about anything. So we're going to stop doing the sports show and I'll turn this into a network on my own. And like, it was more supposed to be, let's put a camera where there's no cameras, you know?
All right.